And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverET. Hope you're doing really well, folks. We have got a lot to go over. Obviously, I didn't do a video yesterday. For those that read my post, you know why. I am going to touch on it in a moment. But I just wanted to go over what the video is going to entail today. Guys, it seems like the ones that are trying to get disclosure out there are fully under fire by the ones trying to hide it. So yeah, it's big news. We've also got some big news out of Japan as well. They're going to join the fray. More on that in a moment. But yeah, folks, crazy times indeed. The war has begun. Disclosure has begun. And like I said many moons ago, well, several months back now, when I was adamant that this was going to happen, I said that the domino effect will happen and that other countries will start rolling out their evidence. And it will be a little bit of, this is what I've got, this is what we've got, you know, tit for tat. And this is the start of it, guys. And Japan seem to be the ones that are going to join the fray. But also, Anna Paulina Luna's already reached out and said, look, we're going to be in contact. So it just goes to show there is a war behind closed doors. But also, there's some transparency that is wanted by certain individuals. So we need to know who we can trust. And that's where I come in, guys, to try and decipher what the hell is going on. And on that note, before we get into it, folks, really concerned about one thing, to be honest with you. So far, the channel itself isn't doing too bad. You know, it's could grow a bit quicker, but I'm quite happy with the subscriber count. But in reality, most content creators will know this. That count right there doesn't mean a thing. It really doesn't mean a thing. And to be honest with you, virtually all channels that have a decent subscriber count will only see less, maybe a quarter or less of their actual subscribers watching their channel. And so it's a figure to look at, but it's not really one to sort of gauge the channel on. How you gauge a channel is views. What's concerned me is, as of what, 2 weeks ago, the channel's taken quite a bit of a dip. First video of the month wasn't too bad, but then it's really dipped down. And you can see the last two videos, you know, having disclosure happened, it's really dipped. And I was half expecting the pushback. But there's also something that I've got to question myself. And it's what I'm delivering and whether you guys actually find it worth watching, you know. So I do need your feedback. I do need a little bit more than just keep going, Rob, just keep going. Because at the moment, it costs me to make a video. Yeah, I'm monetized. I've got members and all that, and I could do a hell of a lot more members, by the way. That's all great. When it's costing you electricity to make a video and it's taking half a day, and you're seeing a return of 50p on a video, it's not you're not really breaking even. You know, you're really not in the UK anyway. Everything costs a bomb in the UK. And so look, guys, I'm not asking for you guys to pay my bills. I'd love for that to happen, but at the moment I need to break even on the videos to even consider keeping this up. And so look, as it stands, we are a channel that has worked closely with one or two other channels. We're responsible for making quite a few more. Some of the little details that we found in the videos are amazing. Okay, and I'm proud that I was part of that. But I can't continue this on 266 views on a video. It just can't happen, guys. So I am going to try and mix things up a bit. In order to do that, I do need your input, and I do need a little bit more than just keep going, because just keep going at the moment to me means just keep spending money. Money I'm not earning, right? So look, guys, throw me a bone. At least tell me what you want to see, and I'll continue this venture. I have got other things that I'm kind of thinking of that I could sort of plan to do as a sideline. I don't want to give this up. This is my passion. This is where, you know, we've been fighting so hard for disclosure, and finally we're here. And I'm sat here going, well, what's the point? You know, I could still be doing my research and not worrying about this extra expense. Or what you guys could do, you could help me out. A, tell me what you want from me, what you want to see, what you want to see more of. And B, watch the videos back, guys, especially if you're new to the channel. What have I got here? 587 videos. Now, not all of those are going to be public, right? But you could say over 500 videos here that you guys could just play in the background if you wanted to and just help me out. So that's what I would ask of you guys. If you really want me to succeed, that's what I would ask. It would help me massively. You know, I can't keep this up, and that's just the reality of it. And I love you guys. I love what you do. I don't want to let any of you down, especially the ones that have been sending in the key evidence. It's one day it's going to mean something to the world, honestly. And we just need to keep going. but I need you guys to help me keep going, right? So guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Alright, so back over to X. We're going to start with this one. UAP Reporting Centre. Rep Tim Burchett says access to possible UFO evidence was blocked by the intelligence community. If someone can pierce the veil of the government and block access to Congress, who the hell is in control? Finally, they're just getting down to the nitty of it. Guys, let's check out what Tim Burchett's got to say, and then we're going to move on to yet another part of this hidden war.
We were denied access to the skiff, and so to my knowledge, what's going to happen now is not only do we have the support of the chairman, but they're going to get a nice letter from Congress. And as you heard, Representative Ogle said, if we're denied, we're going to use the Holman rule and we'll defund the position.
And I was told by leadership that it was blocked by the intelligence community, not the intelligence committee, but the intelligence community. And that is a very chilling effect. If someone can reach through the veil of government and pierce it to the point of we do not have access to something, you got to start asking yourself who the hell's in control. And I think it'd be wise for you all to start looking at some financial disclosures of some of those corporations, some of the people who do the stonewalling in this town. And that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start talking to people. We're going to start naming names. I want you to think about this. Think about this, that something with the capabilities of traveling light years, not showing a heat signature, and the energy capabilities of that would put the Pentagon out of business. We wouldn't be fighting these worthless wars overseas over oil, and American boys and girls wouldn't be dying. It would put the war pigs out of business, and they'd have to go somewhere else, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
That is real fighting talk. And as I tell you what, as much as I don't trust the American government handling the UFO topic, they've got some true people within government that just want transparency, just want to save lives, just want to make the world a better place. I'm all for supporting Tim Burchett and Anna Paulina Luna. I just feel like their fight is huge. They need everyone's support. It's as simple as that. Real fighting talk from Tim Burchett. That's what we want to see. And that, look, he's stepped it up a gear. Since they've released these files, he has stepped it up a gear, mate. Well done. Thank you, UAP Reporting Centre. Let's move on. On the subject of Tim Burchett, he's gone ahead and reposted this with one word: dominoes. And here we are from the General. Breaking: Japan's government admits it possesses UAP data, including video footage, and says public disclosure will begin within the limits of national security restrictions. Guys, even the Japanese have national security restrictions, but at least they're now coming out with it and saying, look, we're going to do the same thing. You got to think though, guys, what restrictions are there? The only restrictions I can think of are the replicas that these organisations within these countries have been creating. When they say, look, within national security restrictions, certain things they won't say, including what we've developed ourselves, humanity has developed ourselves, and they'll keep it hidden between each country. And this is where it gets a little bit iffy, guys, and this is where the war behind closed doors is happening, not just in the US, but likely in other countries as well. But as I said, countries are coming forward, and Japan's the first to do so publicly, and I can't wait for this release, guys, because I tell you what, I wouldn't put it past them. The Japanese have very good technology, very good cameras. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they come out with something that's happened quite recently that is very, very clear. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's hope it's not just military grade footage, but we've still got the UFO files in America to come out. And I am very, very confident, guys, that the files that are due to come out are likely going to be juicy. All right, we're going to get some good stuff in there. I know a lot of people are like, come off it, Rob. But look, people have been telling me for months that this weren't even going to happen. And here we are. Look, it's obvious to me. Like I say, I can see right through bullshit. But I can also see when something's due to happen because of the steps people are taking, the words people are using. Tim Burchett now is fighting. He's fighting hard. We should join him, guys. We should join him, honestly. Thank you, the General, and thank you, Japan. Let's get this show on the road. Let's move on. All right, guys, up next, UAP James. I can't think of anything more illegal. This is definitely another fight behind the scenes story from Jeremy Corbell. Let's have a listen.
The true intent of the UFO dig project under Tulsi, which is not Tulsi's fault and she's wise as fuck, is that they wanted to stand up an operation to influence Congress to put down the bone on UFOs by saying everybody that's ever stood up there, including Commander David Fravor, Senior Chief Wiggins, everybody, that was they want them to drop the bone and not, and they had an influence campaign set.
That is an intelligence operation being run by the U.S. intelligence community against the U.S. Congress. I can't think of anything more illegal.
So the US intelligence community seem to be the key issue here. And Tim Burchett, relayed that in the last clip I showed you. The intelligence community are able to block congressmen, and so this guy is saying exactly the same thing. That the intelligence community are literally committing an illegal offence by plotting against Congress. So it's a war within the American government, guys. As much as we're cheering on America to get this out there, this is just solidifying my concerns in the first place. The country that's handling this right now, we can't fully trust. And it's just a reality, guys. I don't trust our guys in Parliament either right now. This poor guy is about to... Well, he should be resigning, right? And I don't mean to get into politics, okay? At the moment, the whole country wants him gone. And yet he's standing his ground and saying he doesn't want to leave. There's a reason behind that, guys. It's not that he's that dumb that he's watching everyone tell him to leave. He's literally being made a fool of in the Houses of Parliament during PMQs yesterday by everyone in literally every angle, okay? He is being told to resign. The reason why he is not is because he is the puppet. He has to do what he has to do. And the king made a speech yesterday, guys. I don't know if you saw it, but the king actually said the Prime Minister is pushing out and going to roll out digital ID. So that's what it's all about, in my opinion. It's not about what the people want. Until we get 81 or so MPs that vote on one of them to become Prime Minister, and that may happen in the next few days, I don't know. But until that actually happens, we've got this idiot in charge who's trying to push legislation that no one wants. It's gone against what the people have said on many occasions. He's literally not resigning because he is a puppet trying to fulfill what he's been told to do. And this is where I don't even trust royalty, guys, honestly. So look, it goes back to what I'm saying about this topic with UFOs in the USA. There was a fight behind closed doors. Do not trust them. Do not trust them. I can tell you now, just from my experience, my judgment now, looking at everything going on, we can trust Anna Paulina Luna and we can trust Tim Burchett, but even their hands are tied to a certain degree. So we need to try and work this out, but we need to show support as well, guys. All right, up next, more UFO files. And guys, this is a very, very strange one. So again, a night cam, I guess. I've not gone into all the details. So many files to look at. Guys, let me know if there's been any changes to this video. Maybe you guys know a little bit more than I do. But this is very, very strange indeed. So, okay, so the object comes in from the right-hand side. It's currently right here. And as it sort of moves on, look at that. It's glowing red. Which is why I'm thinking this has been taken under a certain way. This may not just be regular cam footage, but look at that. It's glowing red and disappearing, right? We've had captures come in over the past 2 years, and people are like, why is this object vanishing in the air and then reappearing? Loads and loads of captures like this. But it's showing up red here, and I'm not too sure why. I'm guessing it's because the camera's set a certain way, or it's a certain type of camera. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe you guys know a little bit more on this. You can see how these things can quite easily hide in the clouds as well, guys. Especially like a white smudge in the air. And the only reason why they know it's something is because I guess they're seeing a cold or a heat signature off of this thing at some stage. I'm guessing that's what this is. But this is fascinating. And so look, freaky stuff. Let's get on to the next video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on that one. What? Did you see that, guys? So just at the top here, look at this. Like a white ring appearing and disappearing, right? Guys, let me just have a stab at what that might be. So, again, it really depends on how the camera is set up, but this looks like something I've captured. Now, in my humble opinion, that's not just appearing and disappearing, that is turning. And while it's turning, it's disappearing and reappearing. Very hard to see on this camera from this angle. Yeah, to me, that's turning. And honestly, guys, I've caught this in 4K. Ultra HD. So I'm glad they're pointing this out, because I tell you what, it's not just me that's captured this phenomena. Kit in the Wales clip, it's there as well, guys. And so these clearly are a few clips coming off, I think, the same area from the previous video. It looks similar anyway, similar setup. And yeah, man, that's turning. I think that, yeah. And that to me shouts UAP activity. It really does. Let's move on to the next clip. So, what the hell is this? Okay, so this has got to be a heat or a cold signature, right? Let's have a look. Hang on a minute. This is obviously... This has been slowed down massively for them to show you that. I don't think this is real time. If it's real time, then that thing's stationary, right? And then it's gone instantaneously. But I think it isn't. I think they've just freeze framed it and they've shown you a portion of this thing hauling ass. Yeah, anyway, I can confirm that the white ring equals or spells high UAP activity, and I think if this is all in the same area, I've got a funny feeling it might be, then that would all match up. That would all match up quite well. Freaky stuff, huh? Freaky. All right, guys, haven't seen this one. Let's have a look. Far too many blinkies going on there. Right, there's the object. Darting around. I'm trying to keep up with it with the mouse, guys. It's moving quick. Apologies for the blinky. It's all in the video. Oh, wow. What's it doing? I know it doesn't look like much, guys, because it's just a small dot, but we don't know how far away. They probably do. But if that's like hovering over the ocean, that's quite a distance away. You know, that thing's going to bulk out to be something quite reasonable in size by the time you get to it. You know, just guessing, you know, at least 4 or 5 foot in length. Yeah, target's on. Seems to just be going over what looks like the ocean. Flipping heck. Alright, too much blinky for me. I'll just make sure there's nothing else going on in the video. Ah, so there's a moment it disappears. Let's have a look at that. There it is, guys. Target's gone. Goner. Quite interesting. Really, really weird. That one there, that previous one I played was flipping madness. Yeah, the rings itself. And I'll just overlay the Wales clip now and do the contrast change. A lot of people have seen it, but now hopefully you guys realise what I've been showing you all this time is genuine, it's real, God knows what it is. I've been calling them energy pockets because they turn in the sky. It might be residue or some type of energy that comes off of these craft when they either enter the area or they do something. I don't know what they're doing. We can only speculate. It looked like a busy morning up there that morning in Wales. So look, guys, I'm going to leave it there. But on the note of Wales, Karen's actually called me up yesterday and she said, look, I'm going to Wales in next weekend. Do you want to come down for a night and just do some filming with me? And I was like, oh, I'd love to. But it's going to cost me 50 quid in fuel, guys. Where am I going to find 50 quid in fuel? I've just had an email come through about my car insurance. That's 550 quid. So yeah, I don't know if I can do it. I'll be honest with you. But I'm sure you guys would love for me to get back out to Wales. It's just not the right time for me right now. But if I can, I will, okay? If I can, I will, because that place holds some UAP. There's something going on in the sky. This is the recent clip from Kit as well, who lives there with his family. And yeah, it's an amazing clip, honestly. The thing goes behind the clouds there. It was right above his house, I believe, or not too far away at least. And this has been going on. I think there's something going on around that part of Wales, and there has been for some time. It couples together with the clip I just showed you with the rings. There's a lot going on there, guys. And obviously we've captured a saucer as well. 6 of us lined up in his back garden there filming. I did a little something to try and get some attention. For those that were there that night, you may remember what I did. But yeah, we got attention. We got a saucer that turned up behind the tree in front of us, and it gave us a quick look before it zipped off, and it was silent as hell, guys. So yeah, folks, look, I really do mean what I say about helping out with the channel. I need your support, I really do. So look, if you watch the channel and you like what we do, please watch back some of the videos, even if you don't watch them but you're just playing them in the background. Honestly, that will help me out massively. So please do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. Keep your cameras in the skies, get your evidence into me. UndercoverETUK@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Take care, all the best, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.